Hey everyone, welcome to People Mover Inc., where things have happened since you were last here. Not anything exciting. I built a few more lines and connected a few more of these scattered towns here. So I put some lines out over this way. Uh, there's some unfortunate. There was some unfortunate lack of connections to get trains out there, so they had to drive all around the map to get there, which was quite amusing actually. But it allowed enough time to pass for this to build up. So if we look in here, we can see that there's been several million per accounting period here, which is a pretty decent income. So we got plenty of cash to do anything that we need to do here, right? Now, if you recall, last time around, I was building this interchange operation thingy here over at Durham, right? And this is going to be the point where the main line heads out, continuing this way. And now that's going to go up to Norman and then Birmingham, where I've terminated I think it was no, it's going to go to Carrollton. Um, yeah, so Norman, Carrollton, and then probably Roseville, right? Or maybe Manchester. I might go Manchester actually. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that's a possibility. I might go there. Anyway, that's the project for this time is extending the main line, which is going to come out of Durham, uh, and definitely go through Norman, and maybe I'll split the difference with Carrollton and Birmingham and put a no. I thought maybe put a station in between them for interchange. I might do that, but I'm going to need an elevated station to do that sanely. Yeah. So I'd need to go mod hunting for that because I don't have an elevated station available in 1850. At least I don't think I do. Building. No. Okay. Um, but that wouldn't be a terrible change for the future. And then from Carrollton, I might run it up to Manchester actually. Yeah, that might actually be a good call going up to Manchester. I could terminate in Manchester, and then another line can come out to New Orleans, and or the Birmingham line can extend out to New Orleans. Yeah, I'll have to think about that one because yeah, okay. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a station at Norman. Which way are we going to be heading through Norman? So we're going to come out this way. So we're going to be coming this way through Norman. So yeah, Carrollton makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's definitely what's going to happen. So the first step over is going to be over here, where I need to get this track to come through here. And don't mind the cat if you can hear them. So I'm going to need to get the tracks in here first. And we're going to come out level here. This far. Yeah. And now the question is, can I get that road to go over with a bridge? Not quite enough clearance, no. Wow. Okay, let's go for a different kind of bridge. Um, that one will do. Right, okay, so we can go with that one, but I want this road, which is this one here. No! I want this road to go... I want that road to go through... Did that snap? It did. Yeah, we'll take that for now. Right. So I'm going to... I think it'd be better if I took the smoothing gun here, shrink it, maybe a little bit. Maybe the flattening gun. Yeah. Go with that. No. Shrink it. No. Okay. Smoothing gun, maybe? Yeah, the smoothing gun, probably. That looks slightly less bad. Okay. Now what? Nope. Okay. What are you doing? Building a road. Oh, you're building a really long one. Nope. So we're going to go up, 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 up. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I likey. Oh, that is... Oh, that is absolutely perfect, isn't it? Oh, that's brilliant. That pillar's in a perfect spot. Damn. Well, take it. Where's the clicky? There it is. Damn. That's just perfect. Well, sometimes things just work out. Now, Norman, where am I going to put the... Well, if I put it here... Actually, if I put it here, then I have an easier time getting to the next stop. What if I put it here? That might be better. Okay, so put it there. Yeah, that kind of works. Okay. So, how are you going to get the... stop waving the screen around like that. How are you going to get this in here? Well, first of all, I'm going to run the track through, right? No, you want the tracks. Yeah. Okay. So we need to run a track through kind of like this, right? Yeah. We're going to have a bit of a swan neck here. Yeah, we're going to have a bit of a swan neck. You're going to have less of one if you back this up to here. Okay. And remember, you're building a main line here. Oh, right. Yes. So you're just going to run it through the platforms? Well, yeah. It's early main line. Got to come back and renovate later. So what was the point of mentioning the main line? Because it means I'm going to double track it. Oh, right. Yes. Right, because you've been single tracking stuff all over the joint, haven't you? Yeah, I have. Now, we need to come over here and see where we get. Where do we get if we... Yeah, we want this to come up. Okay. And then we want this to go level. Right? Why am I building that just a little bit before I go long haul level? Precisely so that the long haul level is actually level. Oh. I see. Oh, I might not need much of a swan neck at all. Ooh, I won't need any. Yeah, but what are you going to do here? You got to go down. Do I? What if I don't? I don't need a swan neck. And I can take 65 on a station approach. Yeah. So if I can get away with that. Good. So that's into Norman. And then Carrollton has an existing station. Yes, yes it does. And we have to bend around to go up to Norman. Okay. I see. Why are you demolishing that? Because I need to go straight out and bend and... You know, don't explain, just do it. Okay. So we do this and this, right? And then we do this. Okay. Is that enough of a bend? Should be. Okay. And then we do this. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, now what do you do? Well, you build a track. What? No. You build a track that's level, right? And then you build this one around, this one around. Okay, yeah, that's tolerable. Right. Okay. Okay, and then we get a... Yeah, we'll What did you do there? You built something stupid is what you did. Ah. Okay, so we come out to here. Oh, that just kind of mostly justified the wobble there. Nah, you're just making excuses for it. Oh, okay, is that what I'm doing? Yeah, it definitely is what you're doing. Now, we're going to run through Carrollton, so I still don't need a crossover there. Will I get a bridge? No. So just take that out. Okay. So... Okay. So if we go across on that angle for a bit... Yeah, that's acceptable-ish. And if we come out from here, like this... Yeah. Yeah, I think that's acceptable. Right. Now, we need to come across. How far can we... Actually, that's not terrible. Yeah. And this can come up to about here. Whee! And we have a corner. Yeah, okay. That gets a reasonable line that one might actually describe as a main line out of Norman heading for Carrollton. Yeah. Before you forget, do the signaling over here. Ah, yes, that's probably a good idea. So we need a signal here, and one here, one here, one here. That's probably fine. Need a few along here, maybe. Okay, need a couple along here too. Why'd I put it there? So I don't block a potential road crossing, which I don't actually need anyway, but, you know, why not? Okay, and over here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So that's the main line. So this is going to end up having to do a terminating terminus service in Columbia for running along here. Yeah. If I want to, yeah, Columbia would be, yeah, that'd be a good spot for a turning service. Columbia, it's a hub. Okay. Now, I was heading for Roseville, right? Yeah, I was heading for Roseville, where I'm going to need a crossover. Or I could head for Manchester. Nah, Roseville's probably better. New Orleans might be better. Run up through Birmingham and actually, no, it'd make more sense for the main line to come down this way. But maybe into Manchester, actually. Yeah, I think Manchester. Okay. So we take this out, right? Right. So then from here we get a straight track out that way. Yep. Do that. And we get us a... Ever since the most recent patch, these X crossings are way harder to build. Right. Okay. There we go. That, well, it can just keep going straight this way. For a minute, anyway. We're going to put a train on here and ride it just to make sure everything works in a minute. Yeah. I mean, we don't need to do more than this particular project in this episode. Right. So, Carrollton. I need to do a similar thing coming out the back end of this one. Okay. So if I do this, ooh. Construction not possible. Oh. So I'm going to have to redo this. Yeah, okay. So this comes out level, right? And this comes out here, right? So you go out to there. Now, can I get a turn straight out of the station here? Theoretically, Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. I think that's tolerable. Right. Now, I'm headed for Manchester, which is way off this way. Actually, Manchester's the right choice, because this is pretty straight. Wee. Yeah. Got some nice straight track here. Yeah. Okay. Thought there was a gap in there. Well, if there is, you'll be shouting at the screen going, there's a gap in there. Well, maybe not. That's just too much effort, isn't it? Okay. Come out like this. And blam. Yeah, that's a very minor bend. Okay. So that's the Manchester connection. Do some signals. Right? Signal, signal. Okay. Okay. Signal, 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 signal. Random signals in random places. And we have a signal here and a signal here. Nope. And we have a signal here and a signal here. Yeah. Okay. And we've got that signaled. Okay. So I'm going to run a train on that because since we have a shiny new line through there, might as well run a train on there. So we're going to buy the usual trains, but I'm going to buy 4 of them this time. New line. We're going to go from Columbia to skip Durham, Norman, Carrollton, Manchester, then back to Carrollton, Norman, skip Durham, Columbia. Yeah. So this is the we'll call it Colum for the moment. Because I can't think of... Oh, I did call it column. Okay. Let's just keep that out. Now let's see. Did I is anything terminating in Manchester? MNCHR is probably good enough because it's the only one. Good. Now we'll go over here, right? And we'll start things rolling. And we'll grab a train. And we're heading to Columbia. Look at that. We can ride a train. And Columbia is a thing that we're going to. Yes. I'm going to up the tempo so we're not sitting here waiting for it for, you know, a month of yesterdays or something. Yeah, it's... you know, a 3 times 40 is 120, right? Assuming it's 3 times speed. Because 4 times is 160, right? It's still a tolerable speed, right? Now, we've obviously picked a platform that's currently occupied, so we're going to do that. Awaiting the thing. And look at that. Off we go. At some point, I'm going to end up rejigging these to... I say that, but I won't. Rejigging these to add a pair of through tracks in the middle. Yeah. And here, we're heading through a spot where we wouldn't normally have a traffic jam. I only have one train depot on the entire map. All of the trains on the map have been launched from that one depot. Here we are, rolling through Durham. Oh, that came out brilliantly. I like it. So why are we riding this thing where we know it's just absolutely going to work? I want to see the station approaches and make sure everything, and the switches and everything, and make sure everything is not horrible. I think that's the right term. As I mean, you've seen what the map looks like in every direction, right? It's scrub desert and hills and mountains, right? So here we are in Norman. You know what? That feels kind of right. Now what this will do is it will tie in some of the other passenger lines I've made out in the distance on the map with the main original starting towns. So there will be more passengers on this line than one might expect otherwise, because it's connecting to a whole bunch of stuff further that you don't see, right? So now we're heading into Carrollton. Well, this feels basically right. Okay. And now we head off for Manchester. Ooh, that's a steep hill there on that road. Yeah, they can handle it. They're horses and carts. Yeah, they can handle it. You're sure about that? No. But do remember that the towns are scaled differently than the trains, right? So, that slope would be absolutely dreadful in reality. If you consider the scaling of the towns and everything, it would be a little bit less than that. Or maybe it wouldn't. But either way, I've seen slopes like that in towns before. Hello, autosave. There we go. Right, so we're coming into Manchester here. Yeah, everything seems to be solidly worked out here. Yep, it does seem to be pretty solid. So I'm not going to make us watch everything going back. Right. Okay. So that is a new train line, extending the main line from Durham. Now, I don't know what for sure I'm going to do with the main line here, but I think I may upgrade the Manchester, Santa Rosa, Oakland, Raleigh, Clarksville um, runs to mainline status, and then maybe ultimately cross the river and grab Laredo, Los Angeles, Madison, all of that stuff up here. Uh, might actually just go Laredo, Madison, and then have another line that picks up LA and Lancaster. Maybe. I'll probably change my mind. Yeah, probably. Now let's just take a boo over here briefly. So down over here, all of this stuff here is connected, right? All of this stuff here is connected. Norman is connected. Carrollton's connected. All of this stuff down in the corner is connected. Santa Rosa, so Louisville, New Orleans, Birmingham, they need connecting up here, which can be done out of, oh no, Birmingham's connected, so what's the line for Birmingham? Comes from Peoria. I could probably run that up to Louisville. Yeah, and then I could run another line. Where's the Garland line go? There's two of them. That one. Okay. And that one goes over that way. Ah, so I could do another line out of Garland that could grab Sterling Heights. Maybe Louisville and Santa Rosa as the connection point. Or McAllen is the connection point, maybe. Maybe. It'll be easier. Yeah, it might be easier. Yeah. I'll have a think about it. So I think my next project, maybe on camera, is going to be connecting up this last little bit over here on this side of the river. Because I think that's everything on this side of the river. Everything over here is connected. Yeah. Think everything over here is connected. Except Erie. Erie isn't connected. But Erie could be the launch off point for crossing the river over there. But all this stuff is connected. Yeah, there's not much more to connect over there. We've got a little bit on this island here that still needs connecting over here. We've got a bunch of stuff up here. Yeah, there's several many towns there. And some stuff over here. Okay, so uh yeah. Uh so right. Well, did I leave a no yeah, okay, there's the north. Okay. So that's my north marker. Okay, so the east side of the map is almost all completely almost all completely connected up. Yeah. that's some progress on the map. I don't know that I'll actually get it all completely connected, but I would like to before I start the clock moving forward. To have a complete rail network in the 1850s and then have it tick along and to upgrade centrally and whatever as appropriate. Maybe start adding cargo and everything else. It's an idea, right? Anyway, that's where things are. I just need this last bit up here connected, which I'll think about doing on camera, and then hopefully I can get some time and motivation to connect the rest of that stuff up. Maybe another main line that runs into it or something like that. An intersecting main line would be kind of cool. From well, the Durham point would be a good nexus maybe for a mainline intersection. I'll have to think about it. But anyway, that's going to be all for this particular episode. Might as well put the cut here. I'm just going to ramble some more, so let's not. Anyway, I have a Patreon. If for some bizarre reason you feel like supporting the channel, the link should be in the description. If you don't want to, that's fine too. The link will still be there. Also, like, comment, subscribe, the usual business. You can do that or don't. It's all up to you. And I guess see you back next time.